Hello, War of the Visions fans. It's me, Mysidia, and I have a video for you. I actually have a few videos. I figured it's better to just put content out there and get some information out. So I'm going to share my thoughts on the new VCs for this week. And then I'll do another video later on tonight where I talk a little bit about the raid items and the +6 equipment and kind of give my thoughts on which ones you should do. And then if I have time, then I think I'll go over the master abilities as well. So we'll kind of see like where I kind of get with these videos, because I'm a busy man. All right. I started coaching wrestling again. It's wrestling season. So I'm on the mat. Let's see, 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm still working a job because I need to make money. But otherwise, I'm playing War of the Visions every day. I'm playing Epic 7. I'm playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So I'm still gaming. I'm still having a good time. So let's talk about the VCs. We'll go from there, and then we'll get into the other information, hopefully in some more videos, over today and tomorrow. All right, so here is the VC on offer. It's Peaceful Days, which is a ice VC. I talked a little bit about it already in my month preview, or my month and a bit preview that I did. So you can go check that out if you're interested in seeing that or other information about upcoming stuff in the game. But this is what I thought at the time was a pretty good VC. I've kind of come around on it a little bit. I don't like it as much now. So it's objectively still has a lot of good stuff, right? We're getting some AP on a VC. We're getting agility, dexterity. These are all really good stats, especially the agility. Like that makes a difference. It helps you agility tune in certain compositions. If you're trying to make somebody faster so that you can actually have them do something in a guild battle that's relevant, like buff somebody or become faster than another unit, then that's actually really key. So those are important to keep in mind. It is a small thing that makes a big difference. So when we look at the unit effects here, and we do have some global buffs, of course, the agility, 6% agility, that is again really solid for the reason that if you put this onto an ice unit, not necessarily somebody like you think, oh, I'm going to put this in Elia, but could be any of your ice units, they get 6% agility and then 3 flat agility on top of that. Now, if they are Elia, Operon, or Revelka, then they're going to get some AoE resistance and some HP up. Now, that's a pretty good global buff. I think this card definitely needed a global buff, but it's not something that's like making me jump out here at all. Like I still don't think that this changes anything. I think it's just a nice bonus if you happen to pull for it, but it's not something that's like making it mandatory. They really didn't push this specifically for Elia, in my opinion. However, when we go and look at the party effects, we get pierce resistance, and we also get 18% missile attack resist penetration. Now, that is a really good effect to have missile attack resist penetration, and 20 critical evasion is also a pretty solid stat line. The issue is that at a certain point you stop being able to include all of these cards. You can have 6 at a time in a party, and you want to have your basic AoE resist, single target resist, agility. Like those are all really, staples. But then I think a while back I said Ice had didn't have the best VC selection. Well, I've kind of come around on that too. They've got a pretty good VC selection. So that's where I don't think that this necessarily jumps out to me as like a super necessary card. Now, where it is kind of a cool card is because of the anti-pierce aspect of it, and you might actually use it for that. And we are going to see that pierced units continue to be effective for a long time. Now, it's not that we're going to be getting a crazy amount of pierced units. It's just that seems to be kind of like strike, a weakness, or just not a strength in terms of defense for a lot of different units. So if you want to have that edge against pierced compositions, and obviously, this is a kind of an interesting card, but I still don't think that it's something that, people are going to be jumping to get, especially with news like Final Fantasy 7 coming back to JP. So we know that Sephiroth's coming and Yuffie's coming. And Yuffie's fire. So I know half of you aren't even going to worry about that. But you know what? She's a popular character. Maybe we're going to recruit some members into the fire family. I don't know. But when I look at this card, I think that most players are going to be skipping this, and that even includes a lot of ice players. However, there's lots of ice completionists that will definitely get it, and it's by no means a bad card. I think the sneaky best part about this card is actually the bestowed effect and the stats. And that's not bad considering that the party effect is like fully usable. And if you can stack lots of missile attack resist penetration, then I mean, you get to a point, especially if you're running the double ranged ice units, then you get to a point where you actually can deal quite a bit of damage to like a missile resist tank. And that's kind of nice to see as well. So moving on, we have the First Step to Glory. It's the free card. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to talk about it for a minute just because it's got such a good effect. The fact that it actually has 25% HP up for everybody, that's just huge. This is going to be a really important card for any new player. Like if you're a brand new player and you don't know much about the game yet, this card is nuts. Okay, you can forget about the bestowed ability. It's fine. The extra light party ability, the machine killer, that's actually kind of cool too, by the way. That's a really cool PvE effect, but it's not like a big deal for a new player. What's awesome here is this 25% HP, and it's because when you put this as a sub card, it actually keeps a lot of that 25%. Like you still get a ton of HP up, and that is going to be an absolute staple on your account for time to come. And you can use it if you're like building up your account for a long time on any composition, because it's not a elemental specific effect, it's a rainbow effect. This is also a really good card for new players because it has attack and magic on it. They're not spectacular stats like the amount that they've given here, but they're still going to be good for a new player because you're not getting stuck putting this only on attack units or only onto magic units. So this is a really solid card, and I think it's fantastic that they're giving it to us. They're giving us all the awakening things, and then also, I mean, the art's really cool. We got these alternate world versions of our characters. Jayden's showing this blueprint for his own like Hydro Soaker that he has his summer version. Now, when the summer version came out, this had already been out, so this was like a teaser for something that was coming. We didn't even know it at the time, so I thought that was kind of cool. You can see there's a water gun on the table. It's pretty amazing. And then finally, we have a meal to Remember, which I think is one of the coolest VC arts around, because look at Zazan just freaking chowing down on this. Now, the question that we have to really get down to here, because this is an MR card, you know, it is what it is he eating bear, right? Because he's wearing the bear. Is he eating the bear? I mean, I don't think bear would look that good cooked, but it could be. He could be eating the bear. I think he's probably eating the bear. So this card is nothing special, but that's fine because it's a free MR card. What's really important about this is that you have access to some pretty good stats and like party effects for a limited cost, right? So if you are doing something where they count the cost of the VCs, all of a sudden this becomes a very solid VC, because 15 AoE resist and some critical rate, some acquired AP up, some HP up on the unit effect, like those are all really fine effects. Like this is like objectively like a really nice budget card. So I really do. And again, now looking at, you know, a brand new water player just starting the game, this is a good card because you're getting 15 AoE resist, which otherwise you have to go to limited VCs to acquire. So this is a solid card. I mean, now if you're a new player, it's actually not going to be that easy to like unlock and get all the shards for this, but you can do it the hard way and just farm them from one of the quests. You know, you'll probably won't be able to do the Nightmare quest. I know that I couldn't on my JP account, so I had to farm it the hard way, but that's fine too, because at least it's accessible. At least you can get it. It's just kind of a headache. All right, so that's it for the new VCs. I need to film some other videos, but also continue raiding in the background. I've got it open on my other monitor. Over here, I'm doing some raiding. I'm actually going away for the long weekend here, and I need to do as much raiding as I can before I go, because I really like this raid item that just released, and I know there's some cool ones to +6, but seriously, this is, you know, it's for Raldor, right? I can't think of any other striking units that would use it. It's for Raldor, so I'm going to build one ASAP and get that on them. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you all in the next video.